Renato, let me come to you first. So how do you read this sort of reputational attack by the congressman on the Philippine Coast Guard?
Well, there are two views regarding this upstart congressman. On the one hand, he is seen as very close to the Duterte family. He came from a political family in southern Luzon, very prominent. He's the only one who is, of course, pro-Duterte. The rest actually supported Vice President Leni Robredo then. So there's an allegation that he might be linked to Duterte. On the other hand, there's a perception that he's simply a nutcase. So he even approached the son of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., Congressman Isidro Marcos, and told him, please tell your father to, of course, resign from office. Telling, of course, the president to resign by a mere congressman from southern Luzon.
When you look at the bigger picture, as we set out, which is, you know, the so-called 15 billion pesos of military ghost projects, also, you know, all of this hyping up about military pensions, is this not part of a bigger sort of grey zone warfare?
Maybe there is. I'm not discounting that possibility. But Barsaga probably is a loose cannon. So, first of all, his allegations saying that the Coast Guard is part of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, which is not the case. The Coast Guard is separate from the Armed Forces of the Philippines. You know, the Coast Guard has a different function than, of course, the Armed Forces of the Philippines. And he simply could not present any proof that there's such a thing as a 15 billion peso ghost project that, of course, has been constructed by the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
But moving away from Barsaga, looking at the bigger picture.
There's, of course, you have the retired generals. One is an Air Force general. Then, of course, you have a Marine general. I think he's a Major General, De Leon. So they're very active in terms of inciting the rank and file of the armed forces. And, of course, you have the children, the Duterte children, who are very active in criticizing General Browner. Like, for example, Congressman Paulo Duterte, who told Browner that you're simply a tool of the CIA because you allowed the U.S. Army to bring in the Typhoon missile system. He simply does not know what he's talking about. The CIA has nothing to do with the deployment of those missiles. But yet, you know, again, they're a sort of loose cannon attacking the integrity of no less than General Browner.